Welcome to Gaming and Guidance. This program started in 2018 with the goal to use video games as a platform to break barriers and bring people together. In a time with many issues dealing with injustice, discrimination, hate groups, and more, we decided to come up with a program that could bring back the love that is missing across the board and providing an answer to the problems we all face today. The new series you're about to watch will take you through a journey of ups and downs with mixed emotions, but in the end, the result will be the answer. So please watch, please learn, and please show love. Let's go. May 25th, 2020 is a day that's too familiar in the Black community. It's a day where we see a Black person murdered once again from police brutality. So America, here's my question to you. What is a Black life worth?
No. I've just seen way too many videos of problems.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right?
Welcome to Gaming and Guidance. Today's theme is conflict resolution. But before we dive deep into the conversation, gaming has always been a form of entertainment for people to come together and have fun. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, cool. Hold up. Hey. Wait, hold on. Oh, we ain't doing that. Trying to get perfect on me. Trying to get. Oh! You gonna block that? Okay. Let's go.
No.
Let's go. Oh, you cool. I was blocking that. Nah, B. I was blocking that. Yo, let's go. Hold up. Yeah, because you want to be disrespectful. Oh, no, I blocked that one. Let's go. Perfect, baby! And that's on camera. Yo, y'all saw that. You know what I'm saying? You saw the match, you know what I'm saying? Michelle, she got some skills, you know what I'm saying? It's cute, you know what I mean? She alright, you know what I'm saying? But, I had to do what I had to do. But it was just good to, just to build that rapport with you, you know what I'm saying? Just have some fun, you know what I mean, before we got into these questions. This episode of Gaming and Guidance is based off conflict resolution. And it's inspired by obviously what took place with George Floyd. So this next question for you, Michelle, is George Floyd was murdered by a cop as an officer. Now, as an officer yourself, should cops be held accountable just like a civilian would if they murdered someone?
So, first off, that George Floyd, the incident is horrible. It's unjustifiable. There's no excuse for his behavior. And I couldn't take myself to finish watching those videos or look at the photos, especially as a mother, It's a hard question because cops are put in situations where they have to make split-second decisions. And it's not black and white. There's a lot of gray areas. So a lot of people won't understand unless they're in that situation or in the shoes of a cop. So I guess my answer is it depends on the circumstance. It's not so clear cut. Like if it's an off-duty officer, but yes, we aren't above the law. But when it comes to police enforcement, it's really dependent on the circumstance.
As a police officer, does it make you a bit more comfortable because of the relationships that you build in? Like, for example, right now, even though we talking what we talking, we just finished playing Tekken. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time. And You know how I look. I know how you look. I'm looking at you right now. So if I'm walking down the block and I see you across the street, I'm like, yo, Michelle, what up? Like, because the energy is there. And if the energy is there, you look at people different.
And that goes back to why it's so important to build those relationships with people in the community.
Okay.
It all ties in together.
Okay. To me, honestly, I think that should be like a part of the job, like actual practice across the board within the entire police department, not just in New York but all over. Because if the idea is to protect and serve, then it's hard to protect and serve if you feel disconnected to who you're supposed to be protecting and serving. So I think
I
that, yeah.
agree completely.
Now, earlier, I asked America a question. What is a black life worth? Well, meet Lauren B., 16-year-old black girl who's in the Explorer program and works with the cops. Please watch, listen, learn, and feel the truth.
What do you want? I can't breathe. Please, the knee in my dick. I can't breathe.
Bro, get up, get in the car, man.
I will.
Get up, get in the car.
I can't move.
I've been waiting the whole thing, man. Get up, get in the car.
Mama.
Get up and get in the car right.
How did you feel watching George Floyd be murdered?
As Ines said, I feel hurt too because that could be my brother or my dad in the same position. And then the fact that those officers are also just standing there, and the fact that everybody's recording it and he does not care that people are recording it, that shows how much even more messed up that is, because he doesn't feel shame for having it on video. And he knows that at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen to him. So therefore, he doesn't care. And then that just shows that how messed up these people are, because not even having it on tape, like literal proof, it doesn't affect him. And then if at the end of the video you didn't show it, but he just walks away as if nothing happened, and his hands are in his pocket, so he has no problem doing it. So it hurts me to see that people can just do this and not feel affected by it.
It's really important to understand all the time, understand your value. Always understand your value. So understand that what you do and what you don't do as a singletary person, that's a word, singletary person, is going to make an impact. And if you have many individuals deciding to do the same thing, that is just the multiplication of the impact. So no matter what it is, if it's I'm not gonna participate in this, I'm not spending any money on this day, I'm gonna rally the troops and we're gonna do you're going to make an impact. And if your decision is, I want to help educate people around me on what the cops are doing in the community and who the people are the cops that you have a great relationships with, and make introductions, that's going to make an impact. You know what I mean? And all of that. So I think it's just really important to understand that you're not just filling a space, when you're at home, when you're out with your friends and family, when you're spending time in the Explorers program, you're not just filling a space. There's always a purpose for you. And I think that it's something that you should keep front of mind all the time.
Was there anything powerful or informative that y'all got out of it? Like, was this helpful and valuable in any kind of way? And, please share with us, your takeaways from this experience. Lauren, you can go first.
I think the biggest takeaway is when you said know your value, like how one person can make a change. Like normally they always try to belittle us, say that like us kids, we can't do anything. But from this, you guys showed me that I have a voice too. And even from being on this show, other people will hear my voice and see that I'm sticking up. So that I'm thankful for that.
You ever felt like giving up? Like you look around this world and you feel hopeless, especially if you're black, dealing with the BS we deal with for no reason? Well, we all know that's not the answer, yet some people do give up. We got to change that. And I believe this lovely young lady, 16 years old, Ines, another girl in the Explorers program, who decided to stand up for what is right. Please witness what's to come. And I know you saw the video, but I'll repeat the question. The question was, what strategies you think we can and should use to hold cops accountable by law when authority is abused, just like we saw just now?
To be honest, like, I don't know. Like, I always think like there's something we can do, but it seems like everything we try to do never works. Like, people try protesting for like different for we protest to make a change, but it seems like it's not working because we saw the riots because people are fed up of peaceful protesting and nobody's hearing us. So I don't want to say I've given up, but I'm like like nothing's really gonna change. It's been over 400 years. Like,
and this kind of, you see this in this case right now where there was 4 men, one of them committed the act, 3 of them stood there and watched and didn't do anything about it. See, the problem has always been that with officers, there's that thing where it's like, oh well, I'ma just be there and I'm not involved. And that's the problem. Everybody that's there has to be held accountable. You know how you see something, say something? Well, if we got to see something, say something, then guess what? You got to see something, say something too.
Facts.
Or you're going to be held accountable, and you got to be held at those same charges as the person that did it. And the reason why is because we hold you to a higher platform where you have to set the example for the people. So we hold you even more accountable, because if you're a civilian, I get it. If you see something and you're there and you're not the person that committed the whatever the crime is, you may get held to something way lesser. Well, if you're an officer, you need to be held to the same crime as the person that committed it, because guess what? You are the role model for the community.
Right.
And until that happens, police is gonna always turn the other eye. And the thing is, when they have that blue wall, so it's like, hey, I'ma just stick to the story. This ain't right, but I'ma stick to the story because guess what? I don't want to be involved in this. But guess what? If when that investigation comes down and the indictment comes down that your name is gonna be in it, they're gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, yo, you just
they're gonna
broke
be more
it
inclined
down.
to tell the truth. And we have to push for that.
Yeah.
This is sickening, yo. It's sickening.
They need to lose their pensions and all of that.
What do you explorers think about what's being said? Anything y'all would like to add to?
Yeah, please. I'd love to hear from y'all.
So you guys like kind of changed my opinion, but like I said, like I wasn't like giving up. Like I just felt like there's nothing I could do. But like you guys changed my opinion. Like we're the next generation. We're the ones who are gonna like change the world and everything. So we should be the ones to go out there and say something, because if they're not gonna listen to the older people, maybe they might listen to us.
Thank you for watching this episode of Gaming and Guidance. I want to thank the team and the students for participating in this program. And the moral of the story is this: the answer to all of this is love. And until every human on the face of this earth treat one another the way they want to be treated and show love to all as a collective permanently, we will always face these hateful issues. If you want to see change, be the change you want to see. Character is your currency. God bless you all.
I was driving down a neighborhood street. They saw me and they ran. So I saw which apartment they went in. I went and knocked on the door, and the mom came to the door and she asked me what was wrong. And I just told her I was concerned because the kids ran from me. They hadn't done anything wrong, but they ran from me, and I didn't want that. I asked them, why they ran. They said they were scared of police. They'd always been taught to be scared of police.
Norman! I miss you so much. How you doing?
And not everyone is going to trust police officers, but if you become more than an officer, if you attend a birthday party, you make visits to hospitals, you go to weddings and graduations, that's trust that can't be, and those are barriers that just can't be broken. That's trust that's there to stay.
What's up? How y'all doing? What's going on? It's nice
A couple
outside.
of videos and pictures I posted of some fun, silly time with some kids in the community. Me, slipping and slide with kids in uniform, or water balloon fight, or playing basketball, throwing a football. That came at a time when there was a really high level of mistrust between police and community members across the United States. And so when people saw the work that I was a part of here, really, I think built a sense of security with people to know that, hey, not every police officer is a bad person. One of the things I did early on in my career is I would keep an ice chest in the trunk of my police car with cold drinks and keep snacks. Really any kind of snacks these kids really appreciate.
Some of you that know me well know the reason why I try to stay away from the peanut butter aisle are these Skippy peanut butter bites. They're so good.
It kind of starts the process of building a relationship. So if I pull up and I give a kid a juice and some peanut butter crackers, then I just kind of broke down a barrier of someone that maybe wasn't really sure of my intentions.
But let me show you how to do it. Since it's your own cup, mine are starting to melt, but you can do it like this.
What if my grandbaby want one?
You sharing yours, you ain't getting mine?
You be good.
I'll see you later.
You put food in someone's belly, I mean, it makes me happy. I think it would make anybody else happy, especially coming from, from a police officer to a child.
Can you hoop?
Yeah, I can hoop.
I'm inspired to know that my heart makes a difference. My passion every day gets me up and wants to kind of get me out.
On behalf of Skippy Foods, Hormel Foods, we'd like to present you a check for $10,000. Wow.
What were you expecting this?
No, not at all. Honestly, I thought I would come here and take a tour, meet some of the employees, and then probably go home with some peanut butter. I wasn't expecting anything in this magnitude. The fact that Skippy has enough faith in what we do with the Mission Give Foundation to give that much money back, it's a huge honor.
I'm inspired to know that even though there's a lot of hate across the world today, I'm inspired to know that love can overcome hate any day.
You the best thing that happened to me. Keep me out of trouble, you see. I was a normal. I was a normal. Can you hear me singing this thing?
Y'all can't make that up. Only in North Little Rock, Arkansas right there.